You'd be amazed at the amount of time I've spent with customers having this exact conversation. First, let's clarify. You are not giving your chatbot a name to try and fool customers into thinking they're a human. Firstly, you don't want to start a conversation off that way, and to be fair, it's totally unethical. If you're a very small business and you're using your chatbot, say on Messenger or Instagram, it's very light touch, as in it's a simple greeting, something to really get the conversation going, then I think you can probably get away with saying something like virtual assistant, digital assistant, or whatever. But again, it's not that difficult to give your chatbot a name. If you're a slightly bigger business and you're still not going down the AI intelligent chatbot route, and you're going to stick with something that's rules-based, again, it's your call, I think. I would probably, again, stick with something such as digital assistant, virtual assistant, helper. Helper's quite a good one. Digital helper. Don't forget, you want to make it clear to people that are speaking to a chatbot. There's nothing worse than a customer going through the conversation and then it just, something happens in the conversation and they find out that, or just at that very moment realize they're not speaking to a human, and it can make your customers feel foolish, and that's not how you want to grow a relationship with your customers. It's a surefire way to upset them. So for the businesses that are really going for it with their chatbot, they're trying to create a human-like experience. It's got to feel natural. Human-like is the word rather than human. It's got to feel like it flows, like a normal, natural conversation without fooling you into thinking you're speaking to a human. And don't get me wrong, we have this all the time where you introduce your chatbot, you effectively tell them they're speaking to software rather than a person, but the conversation is so natural, flows so well, that the customers at the end kind of forget that they're not talking to a human. So it's your judgment call, and I would say for all levels of business, having a little bit of character in there, having a name, and a name can kind of set the scene, is really useful. It helps, I think, build a little bit of rapport. And actually, we've noticed this with clients. If they're then speaking to a real customer service agent later, they may say, well, I was speaking to Christine on your chat earlier. And they'll refer to the chatbot as the name you gave it, rather than I was speaking to your chatbot, which is a much better experience. So, ball's in your court. You do as you feel best. Coming up with a name, it shouldn't take days and days and weeks and weeks. But if you are going to use a name, think of a little bit of a personality for that chatbot, something that kind of fits with your brand, and you can potentially have some real fun with it. So should you give your chatbot a human name? It's up to you, but I would advise yes. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.